All right, Half-Life 2. So real quick, I did adjust a little bit of the mods that we used during the stream. I removed some of them, like some of the kind of annoying ones I mentioned last time I was streaming this. But I also tried to add a few new ones to the fray. So this is like a really crazy, by the way, ambient sound for this main menu. I'll say that much too. Anyways, um, so yeah, I think the idea is that each time I do one of these like streams for Half-Life 2 specifically is that the mods will be a little different, or hopefully that generates funnier moments and little moments that are good and funny and ha ha hee hee. I am real quick. One other thing I will be doing as well is I'm going to be starting. We don't go to Ravenholm from Square One with a developer commentary, of course. I'm going to restart that one because I mentioned in the stream yesterday that I wanted to use nothing but the gravity gun, and I still want to do that. But yeah, I broke the rule yesterday, like an idiot. So I have to now. So here's one of the other mods, by the way. I have this like floppy little, I have a floppy little crowbar now. I don't miss the McDonald's sword. The McDonald's sword was lame. I don't know. That one was kind of goofy. Let's also turn this game volume down just a tad. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, I decided to start streaming at the worst part of the day. This is where daylight savings time messes me up. The sun just beams into my room through this one small like slit in the blinds that I have, and it just gets right directly in my eye, like in my comfy zone. So I might have to like kind of just adjust. If I try to get comfortable at all, the sun just gets right in my eye. It just gets right in my eye. So I have to like adjust where I'm sitting to avoid it. What's annoying is that the annoying part is that this goes for about like a whole, I want to say almost an hour and a half, hour-ish, where the sun is just perfectly beamed. But this is my fault. I dug my own grave here. I decided to start this stream with, you know, full well knowing that was in mind. Get up, you bastard. Honestly, we want to get the hell out of here now. Alright, very good. Honestly, too, one thing I will say, actually, so I also have this achievement unlocked already within Half-Life 2. I actually gotten this achievement before through a previous playthrough, I believe. And it's not a hard achievement. It really... This map is so designed in a way where you straight up just... You kind of, if anything, it almost makes the map easier by doing the gravity gun only. Oh god, I say that and then I immediately take like 100 damage. I immediately get like fucking murdered by an explosive. I kept that. I had to keep the head crab butt. That was just too funny. I couldn't remove the head crab butt. I hope YouTube's not gonna kill me for that, but we'll see. Frankly, it's not worth using these things. It's much easier just to get a box and beat the shit out of them with it. Actually, we could also do this. Watch. You can actually just lure them in, and then just hit the zap arena here, like that, and then boom. Like you don't even need to really turn it on. Of course, that can also hurt you as well, so you just gotta be careful. Oh, I hit you with that. That counted. Get out of here. You little bastard. What's kind of cool about this level 2 is you don't really have to fight everything. Theoretically, we could even just get through Ravenholm without beating up any of these guys. They move so slowly, and they're so predictable. They're so, like... You know, they're kind of like, their AI is fairly just linear and straightforward, which is really well designed, but when it comes to the difficulty, this is frankly one of the easier levels in the whole game. And arguably the best level in the game too. If people had to pick, you know what I mean? If people had to have a choice. Ravenholm is arguably the best level one of the best levels, if not the best level in the entire game. Hello, what's up, dude? Just playing through Half-Life 2 with some mods right now. Thanks for joining, Teresa Ratterman. Ratterman. Oh my god. It's also very obvious which zombies get up. First, what kills you the most in this level is the freaking the explosive barrels. Those get you more than anything in this game. Shoot, I don't have a saw blade. The saw blade is just the weapon to use. It doesn't really hurt you.
Who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you.
High risk, high reward, I guess, kind of weapon is the combination with the explosive barrel. I wish those dressers and stuff would break apart. It is kind of annoying that they don't. That was a direct hit with that. That was pretty sick. If you know the map well enough, the explosive barrels go absolutely nuts. See, but right there, I knew that there was a barrel there. The explosive barrels also just have like a really ridiculous blast radius, I find, in Half-Life 2. Like the blast radius for the explosive barrels, I think also in a weird way changes throughout chapters. I don't have proof of that, but it feels like that sometimes. It doesn't feel like it's like a deliberate science with having the explosive barrel. This guy's right here, using my head crab fence. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me this, no. Yes. Yes, burn, you little fat little guy with a booty. Do they have burn textures, this little? It does not, unfortunately. That is kind of a lost thing you get with the mods. Like, it is noticeable that Valve isn't making these mods, if that makes any sense. But then again, I mean, I get it. It's a mod. It's a free mod. You can't expect it to be... Very few free mods have that aura, that, like, sense to them where they're hella based. Actually, here's another supposed to mod... by the way, sometimes these mods don't work with one another. Like, it's interesting to see what mods work and which ones don't. I guess, or, like, which ones will get turned off by another one. I don't know how... There's supposed to be a mod that I installed that animates the health packs. It makes this thing like liquidy and stuff, but it's not doing that. So I don't know. It was a good way to kill this guy. Alright, where's that saw blade I just had? There it is. Come here. Come here, real saw blade. Come on now, we can go boop boop. Boop boop. Oh, come on. I don't know why it's not picking it up. I really hate how Gordon's ability to run is tied to the flashlight at times. I don't understand why they designed it like that. They don't explain that. It is kind of interesting how some of the developer commentary doesn't have... Like, it would have been nice if they did one where they just answered questions, like, as asinine as they might be, or as, like... But then again, also, like, those people who worked on this game, I mean... Honestly, odds are is that they're probably not in the gaming industry anymore, right? I mean, Half-Life's a 20-year-old game. They're probably not designing like that anymore to this degree. I imagine most of those guys move away from video game stuff eventually. They probably stay in the realm of software, but...
In Ravenholm, you do well to be vigilant.
Where do I go from here? Oh, yeah. Grab this. Throw that at that guy. In a weird way, too, one of the buffs you get from having the gravity gun equipped, like an item with the gravity gun equipped with the zombies, is that you kind of have like a physical defense at all times. God dang it. These guys are getting my ass, though. That room was arguably the hardest room so far. They're just looking at their butt cheeks. Wait, oh, that angle is better. Come get it. Dinner's ready, boys. Come on now. Come and get it. Come and get it. Damn it. Damn it. I like how immediate that is. I like how there's not like a wind up. It just immediately goes down. Come on. Oh. The jumping and the platforming on that can get a little wonky at times. Here we go. Some good stuff here. That's a nice little sound cue. I feel like younger me just never noticed that stuff. I don't know. I don't recall. I guess... I wish I could like talk to younger me when I was like thinking about video games and stuff and like what exactly drew me to like certain ones and why. I remember some of the games that I really enjoyed were just around. Were really just around its ability to tell convincing. I remember like when I remember when I was like younger, like in high school, I felt like story was a fairly important component to game design. I feel like I moved away from that being a primary component of game design though. Because around that time, I think a lot of people had the assumption that all you needed was an amazing story to make a great game. And there's a lot of games that have great stories and great worlds, but unfortunately, because mechanically they're so obvious and boring or whatever, and, you know, they just weren't great games.
It is you, brother. I apologize, but no harm done.
Also, by the way, I mean, like, more often than not, the way video games tell stories is pretty lackluster, if I had to be transparent. There's a lot of junk in terms of the storytelling component of games. Valve does a great job at it, of course, but it's just because it's one of those rare situations where the game design and the actual narrative is intertwined with one another, which is what makes it like impressive and believable and genuine or whatever. I feel like a lot of quote-unquote games with good stories, you know, as number one, more often than not, is just a video game that's tackling a subject matter that's pretty grim and dark or whatever. More often than not, that gets more praise than it really should or, you know, deserves, I guess. Where is this guy? I hear him jumping around. I don't want to like deal with him. There he is. Let's see here. Come here. There it is. Wow. Honestly, you know what's crazy? I really forgot the amount of frickin' zombies there were in this. This is like crazy.
Pacing switch. Now that the player's through the training section, we can start shifting the pacing from moody, claustrophobic spaces to more combat-focused action arenas.
Yeah.
With the player familiar with the various physics tools in the environment, we can start mixing those into open spaces and just give the player the freedom to choose their approach.
That's... Just throw a brick at me. You bastards. Come here. Actually, to be honest with you, in a weird way... Oh my god. In a weird way, the bread zombie mod here makes it so that they're a lot easier to spot and kill. Can you get the hell out of here? Go away, dude. Did I get him? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, jeez, that was a lot. Ooh, I wonder what this guy was doing in here. That's weird. It is interesting, too, to note that Half-Life 2 takes place in Europe. I always thought that was an interesting component of the second one. I don't know where they could put the third, frankly. I feel like the third... I don't know. I feel like the third, if I had to guess, is... They're going to have a section where it's like a winter component to it, and then I think they're going to shift it to like an American apocalyptic version. Like where American cities are like really destroyed and distraught. You bastard. Oh my god. What's this guy doing here? You're just waiting for me? Shoot. Where's this guy at? I missed him. Damn it. Alright, well. By the way, hold on. I feel like this game also... I don't know if someone messed with the brightness, but like it feels very, very dark. Very hard to see anything. Okay, there we go. I feel like it was a little too dark. It was like a little too aggressive with the darkness. The amount of head crab booty in this is crazy, by the way. Hold on, there's more secret stuff here. I want to try to explore this little area as much as I can. Here we go. We got something in here. Get out of here. You bastard. Get it. Go. Get out. What's going on here? Alright. Oh, please go away, son. Please go away and never return. Did I just hear something? What is that weird? I'm hearing a weird violin sound. Actually, I have to admit the ambient audio is very tastefully done. There's something secret here, right? It is kind of fun to actually explore the maps of Half-Life 2 because there's oftentimes it's just very seamless. It's very like straightforward. How do I get back up there again? There's a ladder. That's right. Oh god, I need this. Once the sun moves slightly away, where I could just sit in front of my computer comfortably, and not have to worry about the sun beaming into my eyes, destroying my retinas, damaging my psyche.
Tables and bodies. Towards the end of Ravenholm's production, with all the major pieces in place, we went through and tried to fill out every bit of empty space with something interesting. In doing so, we had to be careful to use what we already had and not create anything new, as we couldn't risk introducing more bugs. Often, as in this room, we were trying to add new moments of gameplay, while also adding more detail and storytelling to the area. Small scenes like this allow an attentive player to think about what they're seeing and what it might mean for what they'll encounter next.
Dude, the gravity gun is so cool, man. I believe there's also an achievement. I think I got it before, though. I have a lot of the achievements. Some of the ones I'm missing, though, are towards the later parts of the game. I often find whenever I play through Half-Life 2 again, I always get like halfway through it nowadays, and I go like, I'm done. I think I've played this enough.
Fast Zombie Introduction. This space was another area originally built for E3 2003.
Ow.
It showcased the player fighting against a squad of Combine soldiers. When we returned to use it to introduce the Fast Zombie, we tried to keep as much of the previous work as possible. We wanted an iconic moonlit shot with zombies sweeping past the moon
Oh, God.
like werewolves to draw the player's eye.
Oh, God.
Once that beat is over, we introduced the first Fast Zombie
Oh, my God.
to the player space and send it out.
Oh, my God.
It took a lot of iteration to find the right balance of
Yes,
making
come here.
the scene to look good while ensuring it also worked for the gameplay goals.
This is what I needed. I was like wondering, where the hell is the weapon in this apartment here? Flare gun over revolver could be funny. A flare gun, like a skin for the flare gun? 1 second. Ah! Unfortunately, I've yet to encounter a mod that changes like mechanic stuff with Half-Life 2 to a large degree. Unless if there's, by the way, if you're watching this stream and you know of a good Half-Life 2 mod that you'd like me to look into, comment it and I'll write it down. And I'll just explore that for the next time I do a stream. Because I'll probably get like through maybe 2 or 3 levels today here with Half-Life 2, and then we'll save. I like there to be at least 3 different streams and 3 different streams with 3 different, like, several different mods for each stream or whatever. But a flare gun for the revolver, I've seen that on the store page. However, my worry though is that I believe I don't think it does anything for the gameplay. I don't think it really changes anything, any mechanic. It's not like a brand new gun. It's like it's just a skin for the revolver, to my understanding. I hate killing the little guys. Okay. I thought that was like a window you could break open or something, my bad. Anything in here? Do you have anyone in here? You know what? I had a feeling there was a guy around that corner there. Bastard. There's another one. This big honking booty. And I will admit, the booty head crab mod is the way to go. Right, but it's just a skin. Would that be funny? Would that be funny to have a flare god mod? I'll look into it.
Here, brother. Come closer.
Bull squid in the canals? Oh, really? That sounds interesting.
Stirred up hell.
I'd play that.
Man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you.
Oh man, I would like using the shotgun though. Using the shotgun would be kind of fun right now.
Keep it close. My advice to you is aim for the head.
Oh, whoops.
There is
Fire that by accident there.
Move on and I will meet you at the church. The grave holds nothing worse for you.
What I'm saying though is that I think it would be kind of. Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm gonna have to get talking about this in just a minute. I think it would be cool though if like if there was like a flare gun, like a brand new weapon type. Oh, gotta lock in here hard. I gotta lock in if I'm using the gravity gun only. Ah! This is a bad idea. That was stupid of me to just jump like that. Oh, you know what's funny though? We didn't really even need to wait for the elevator. We could have just done that the whole time. Ow, 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 ow. I hope this goes somewhere good. There's a lot of these guys, I'm noticing. There we go. Now we have a weapon. Now we have a fighting chance. I think there's an unlimited amount that comes for you, by the way, this section, if I recall correctly. If I recall correctly. I could be totally wrong on that, though. Oh. Oh, maybe I am wrong. Maybe I'm, like, way wrong. Oh, that's right. I forgot this part. This part's fun. This part you could just straight up be like, alright, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna, like, all this fighting and shit, all this dumb crap you're gonna put me through. Just not gonna do it. Where's the way to hop up here, though? I'm gonna do this little guy. We're gonna turn that on and just let that work for us. 1 second here. Let me get a kill with this thing. Let me get a kill going here. Oh, my ears! Oh my god, my eyebrows. Oh. Oh my god. It's all falling apart. It's all just falling apart right in front of my eyes. Yeah, using the gravity gun only is tough. It is pretty tough. You gotta lock in. You gotta uber lock in for it. Alright. Honestly, more often than not, the platform becomes very easy when you sparingly use the sprint function. What's this?
Playtester archetypes.
Okay.
Iteration and regular playtest were the lifeblood of Half-Life 2's production. Every week, we'd quietly watch over the shoulder of a player going through the section we were working on, taking notes on what worked and what didn't. It was important for us to test with a wide range of skill levels, to be sure that we weren't making decisions that only worked for some. Over time,
Damn it!
we learned to choose
You can make that
specific
jump.
types of playtesters based on the development stage we were at. Early on, we used experienced gamers, usually teammates, who could handle rough, unfinished areas and were good at explaining their thought process. For combat testing, we'd find players of all skill levels, especially those creative in their usage with the tools. Finally, as sections became more polished, we'd focus on beginners, people who didn't play games much or weren't familiar with first-person shooters. Even if they weren't necessarily someone who might buy the game, we often learned something valuable from watching them.
I'm more interested to hear more about the playtesters in this game because I think, to me, Valve's big fuel to a lot of their game design is just the amount of playtesting that gets done, the amount of like testing and configuration that gets done during the design process of the games. Oh, why can't I climb this ladder? What? Hello? That was weird. Oh, I got Kobe Bryant blocks. No. Why could that ladder, not going up that ladder fucked me up though. That was annoying. Alright, well, whatever. You got all this. Oh, I'm 1 HP, I'm 1 HP, I'm 1 HP. Alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're not dead. We're actually, this is a speedrun strat to actually get hurt like that. And do that. Do everything I just did there. That's a speedrun strat. Why is this ladder's working? Hello? Alright, that ladder was not working a minute ago. Those are some real finicky ladders, boys. There we go. Come here. Come here. There's no maps with a flare gun. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I really don't know what the extent of what you can do with the modding within Half-Life 2. A TAU cannon mod, MP5 mod. I've gotten the I believe I have the Annabelle mod. What's a stun stick mod? A stun stick sounds interesting. But do these guns operate differently, or they're just again though? It just comes back to them all being skins of one another, or you know, a different thing. Open. I'm such a speedrunner god. I'm such a speedrunning god. Yeah, I'm the speedrun god. They call me speedrun Jesus.
Final arena. When we finished the first pass over Ravenholm, this rooftop was intended to be the culminating fight. Like other spaces in Ravenholm,
Why can't I
it
move this?
began life as a space purely focused on being an interesting visual location. We felt it was important that, as the player left Ravenholm, they had a moment to look back.
Oh, there's separate
over the town they
weapons?
had just
Huh.
survived and
I'll have
get
to
a
look into
glimpse of where
those.
they were headed
I'll have to
next.
look into that then. That might be...
Multiple gameplay groups took a shot at building a fight here, but the tight geometry and performance constraints meant we never really created a finale we were happy with. Not unlike the Half-Life saga itself, it seemed as if Ravenholm was destined to not have a real ending.
Really? Can I move this now? What did he want me to do? Wait, did I just... Hello? This is supposed to start, or something. I'm supposed to do a thing where, like, he's like, oh, pull the lever. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, what? I feel like... I hope the director of commentary thing didn't bug that out or something. I mean, I'm hearing it go. You bastard. I should have made that jump. Okay, it is moving. It is moving and going. I just have to wait. Here's a strat. You just sit here and that's it. You just wait. Yeah, but I don't believe it pulled though. I guess it did. Something pulled it or whatever. It started or whatever, but it just took a long time for that to start going. I felt. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Father. Give me a second.
The handbrake, brother. Release it and come down.
The handbrake, brother. I could just SMG grenade. You know what? There is a way to do that. You're absolutely right, Vortiglobe. I'm choosing to not pull those guns out. I just wanted to go through it with the gravity gun. I don't know. Just challenging myself there a little bit. I already got the achievement, but I wanted to do it again. Because it is a fun way to go through this mission, specifically, is just using the gravity gun.
Greetings, brother. And so we meet at last.
The fucking Max Payne Father Gregory is so funny.
My traps.
Like it looks like he's like wearing like a suit.
Now finds time for nothing but the work of salvation.
It's like a Halloween
I suspect
costume
you have
almost.
little wish to remain in Ravenholm, so I will show you to the mines.
Baymonk is a funny Father Gregory mod. It's the old design of him, and it just looks
Especially
funny.
when they have grown unruly.
Baymonk?
Follow me, brother.
I've actually, I would be curious to,
This is hallowed.
I would be curious to like run different mods or play this game again in the future, I guess, on stream, like with different mods over and over and over again or whatever. But honestly, a mod I would love to see is like a brutal Half-Life mod or something, like a mod similar like to what Brutal Doom did. Maybe it doesn't have to be like uber gory or whatever. That's not really what I guess I'm saying it has to be, but something where it's like a large enough of a scale mod where it's
response rules. We knew early
interesting,
on that we
I
wanted
guess,
a lot of
mechanically or
dynamic dialogue.
dynamically.
So we needed a system to handle it effectively. We aimed for a system that allowed sound designers to add and tweak lines without involving programmers, made the dialogue tightly responsive to the game's state, and minimized repetition. With these requirements, we created the response rules system. Whenever a character speaks outside of a choreographed scene, this system determines which line to deliver. Rather than picking up lines directly, character AI is constantly flagging opportunities for speech whenever a relevant event happens. Spotting the player, getting hurt, firing a last round in the gun, encountering overwhelming enemies, and so on. With each opportunity, it sends the response rule system a packet of data about the game's current state, and the system returns the most fitting dialogue line.
Oh, I have to keep him alive?
This setup allowed our sound
I have to keep Father
response
Gregory.
rules.
But
We knew early on that we wanted a lot of dynamic dialogue.
where is he? I didn't know I had to keep
So
him
we needed
alive.
a
I thought he
system
would have
to
been
handle it
fine.
effectively. We aimed for a system that allowed sound design.
I was also busy listening to the thing.
Programmers made the dialogue tightly responsive to the game's state and minimized repetition. With these requirements, we created the response rules system. Whenever a character speaks outside of a choreographed scene, this system determines.
Oh, Father Grigori, you got put in a
Rather than
corner
picking
there?
lines directly, character AI is constantly. Response
The
rules.
beta Half-Life
We knew early
version
on that
of
we
Half-Life
needed a lot
2?
of dynamic dialogue.
I've seen that one. That
So
would
we
be...
needed a system to handle it effectively.
Honestly, another
system
one,
that
actually
allows sound
another
designers
one,
to
I guess, that
activate
falls at that
without
same
involving
level
programmers
is the
made the dialogue
cinematic
tightly
mod.
responsive to the game's state
That
and
the
minimized
controversial
repetition.
cinematic mod. I feel like that one gets such
Created the response
a
rules
bad
system.
rep that it doesn't
Whenever a
really
character speaks
deserve.
outside of a choreographed scene, this system
I don't know.
determines
I never
which line
really
to
played
deliver.
it though.
Rather than picking up lines directly.
I will admit some of the criticisms I've heard of that mod is that it had like some kind of weird malware in it.
Spotting the player, getting hurt, firing a last round in a gun, encountering overwhelming enemies, and so on.
Oh wow. Whoops.
With each opportunity, it sends the response rules system a packet of data about the game's current state, and the system returns the most fitting dialogue line, if there is any. This setup allowed our sound designers to create a detailed decision matrix for dialogue.
I think they still use that kind of technology to today, by the way. Like I think Deadlock even has that level of technology. I think going. I know it's always so funny whenever I play another Valve game. I have to talk about Deadlock, but I think Deadlock's dialogue thing though needs a lot more conditions. I think it needs a lot more variables because oftentimes I find that. Oh my god! Oftentimes I find that the other player characters, the other characters that other players are utilizing, will, if I'm playing as Abrams, they will always make a comment about Abrams, but they'll never make a comment about my lane partner, who might be like Talon or who might be like Rafe or something. There's not a lot of dialogue options for characters that are not like Abrams, Shiv, that I hear at least. I rarely ever hear anything where. Unless it's triggered by a player. Unless it's unless it's spotting Drifter, for example, or... I'm working on it. Slide drum. Cinematic mod is made by a very weird dude, but it was a neat mod. Yeah, I remember something weird about the guy. I remember like one of the big criticisms some game critics had with it is that they made Alex sexy, and it's like, okay, so like God forbid there's a version of Alex that's like sexy to look at. Like, who gives that much of a shit? It's just it's not to recreate Half-Life 2 bar for bar. It's just there to offer like a remix of it. There's a toy that was weird actually. That was a weird component. I remember that was like kind of that was taking it too far, I guess. I think the issue is that the designer didn't really have the same swag that Valve has when it comes to building characters and building worlds and whatever, and that kind of design philosophy. But I do recall the toy being a thing. Watch Grigori during his goodbye. I did not watch him. I know what he looks like all the time. Vortigolg. I apologize. I've seen Father Grigori basically go into like the burning fire. I guess I never played the cinematic mod. I have to play for myself to see how creepy. Oh my god! To see how creepy you're referring to.
The complex route the player takes to safely navigate this mine shaft gives them plenty of time to see what's waiting for them at the bottom. And surprise, it's head crabs. Honestly, it's often head crabs. But in this case, it's poison head crabs, which are fun by themselves, but a real riot when you add fast head crabs into the mix. These two guys make a great combination. Neither is particularly dangerous on its own, but together they're incredibly lethal. Once poisoned, a single hit from a fast head crab is enough to kill the player. And this is what
Wait, what? Wait, what? That's weird. That can't be true. They modeled a full... That can't be true. Vortigolg. He had one HD version of every male model. Fair enough. All right, whatever. But he had half a dozen of every female model, all sexualized, and about 24 for Alex alone, all sexualized. Some more than others. It's true. I mean, I'd have to play it for myself to really see what the, because I don't know if like being really horny is that much of a crime as a game designer. I've never encountered a game where I'm like, all right, these designers were way too horny. I have to stop playing this. If anything, it's always like more charming when that happens, I think. But then again, I don't know. I've maybe I have played some games where that level of horniness is kind of like annoying. But it may be annoying for some more than others, I guess. But yeah, I will try Half-Life Alyx, though. Or not Half-Life, actually, wait, sorry. I will try Half-Life Alyx. That is a game I would really love to sit down and play one day. I don't have a VR system, though, for it. I talked about that on my last stream. But, oh my god. Whoops. But the cinematic mod also is another one that it's one of those, like, things that's on my bucket list that I really want to give a shot. We're just gonna do that. I forgot I don't really need the gravity gun right now. I could just blow these guys up. It's still worth playing though. Yeah, slide jump. It sounds like it's worthwhile to play through. I mean, I do know that he also like really was like I recall reading reviews or hearing reviews about it where people were talking about how much he like really pushed the Dark Knight thing, like he was really into the Dark Knight, and it came out a lot throughout the game when the mod was made. I remember reading that or hearing that once. Like the amount of like Dark Knight references in that game was like ridiculous from what I heard. This is an interesting mine shaft. I don't know, why am I using this? What am I doing? I have the shotgun too. I haven't touched the shotgun once yet. I can put the gravity gun away. I don't need to use the gravity gun. It's not necessary. Just throw that down there for right now. No! I don't care enough. I don't really care enough. I just missed the jump on that. S-mod is basically what you're doing. S-mod, I don't know what the hell that is. The dude is creepy as F and did some weird shit, but he didn't deserve death threats and to be exiled from the community. So often people do not deserve that, I find. So many of your favorite artists or your favorite designer or your favorite, like, you know, chef or your favorite restaurant is weird and creepy AF, by the way. I don't know. Like, we have to really move past as a society being like we have to really set limits to what we really mean by, oh, this guy's weird and creepy. You should, like, ostracize him from whatever, from society or whatever, and et cetera, et cetera. Can you get me up there? Oh, am I stuck? Can I move? S-mod is great. What is S-mod? Is that a Half-Life 2 mod specifically? Hold on, we're going to try that again real quick. We're going to try to take the tongue guy up here all the way, because that's much easier. I think the game wants you to do that, right? Actually, if you couldn't do it, what would your other option be? Right, the game clearly wants me to do that. If I kill this thing... Wait, stop. They had to have thought of that, right? If I kill this thing, what do I do now? I'm stuck down here? That seems like a really weird oversight from Valve. S-mod's got you covered. Interesting. I do have a PSP. I never really thought of using it as a gun, though. Chat, real quick, am I crazy? Is there no way to now get up there after I killed this thing? And it's almost like that's an optional area. Is that an option? Oh, you know what? You're totally right, actually. Duh. Probably is an optional area. I'm sorry. There are like I've played this game a lot, but I haven't played it enough clearly where I'm like, you know. I was really thinking to myself, wait a minute, this can't actually be part of the... I apologize. I've played this game a lot, but I just haven't played it enough where I've memorized every little beat of Half-Life 2. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I could just, yeah. I know how... Oh, whoops, snipes. I was going to say, I know how to speedrun this part, and I immediately killed myself. All right, hold on. Just got to wait here. We got to get limbered up here. All right. So the trick with this is that you chase after it. You go up with it. It's all the way up there now. And then you just crouch Reno. There you go. And that's how you do it. That's how you speed run that, boys and girls. Thank you for saying something, Sly Drum. I was about to be very stupid for about 30 minutes sitting there trying to figure that out. All right, so we should start seeing some additional different mods now, like some kind of one of the rare instances where you see seagulls in this game. By the way, we should start seeing some different mods pop up here. I guess. Oh, what just killed me? Wait, what? How did I just die? Did I get one-shotted by the poison head crab? What? Dude, get out of here. Why are there two of you up here? Were you guys like dating up there or something? I do love the floppy crowbar. The floppy crowbar is a good time. Hold on, let me just put that right there real quick. Thank you. Gosh, dang it.
Dang it, Bobby. Bobby, you're using the physics properties all wrong, Bobby.
Alright, we clearly have way too many supplies. That's what using the gravity gun for one level does to your... You saw it right there, Vortigal. I don't know what killed me just now. You guys set to 1 HP by the poison head crab, hit by another one? That makes sense. That would actually make sense. I thought it was like a weird physics thing where like a box hit Gordon in the face and he just like died. Because I know the poison head crab got me to 1 HP. Let's get the shotgun out here for this one. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come get it. Hi. Oh, okay. I want the grenades. Because I know there's a sniper now. No developer comment here? Oh, there is around here.
Half-Life 2's physics gave us a variety of tools to make combat more exciting.
That was a weird physics
For
moment.
instance, when enemies miss the player, we subtly redirect their shots toward breakable objects nearby, adding mayhem and creating that action movie feel. We also employed physics to add hints. We created what we called ragdoll magnets across the game to make enemy corpses fall in interesting and dramatic ways, such as off ledges or into the path of a train.
Poison head crab set you 1 HP, so you were like point. Yeah, I figured that's what the. What killed me was the poisonous head crabs. The ambient audio, man, I was actually really excited to experience that all over again. I just don't really think I've ever appreciated it a whole lot. Now, this AI is not stupid enough, right, where I could... Hold on, I'm going to F5 real quick. I don't believe it's stupid enough where I could do the same dumb trick where I set a barrel up, right? Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm working. He'll shoot the box, I believe, right? It's not like the turret's set. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Nice shot, loser. Nerd. Moron. I'll put a grenade right here, actually, just to get rid of those boxes. That would have been so funny if that somehow killed me. If that somehow like launched the cart back at me and like hit me in the head and killed me for like 100 HP. Trying to not get shot by this thing. Can I get under here like this? Maybe I can't. Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. As soon as you get to Highway 17, save and go to the main menu to add head to extras and play Lost Coast. Why add specifically at Highway 17? Is Lost Coast supposed to be like a mission between Highway 17? I believe I have that installed, actually. I believe I have Lost Coast installed. And I'll do it. I'll do it, but I'm just trying to understand why I need to do it before or after Highway 17, you said? As soon as I get to Highway 17, I should do it? I believe I have the mod installed, and I'll gladly play through it. I believe that's like a fan-made Half-Life level, right? Lost Coast is the scrapped Highway 17 chapter, or a part of Highway 17. Okay. That's not. Wait, no, that's not the. That's not like the tech demo Water Globe, right? That's not like the Half-Life 2 tech demo. The one where you're like on an island, and there's like a Scottish guy or something. Seeing the Combine hold the cats is pretty funny. That's not that one, right? Here, hold on. I'll show you what I have in a minute. Hold on. Let me hit save again real quick, just so we're already. I'll show you what I have right now. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Go to main menu here. 1 second. I have no, hold on. Load game. No. What do I want to do here? I want to go to options. No, stop. I'm trying to pull up the menu that shows me the levels you can play. Damn it! Options and extra, right? No. Oh, wait, I have to go back here further. Hold on. Extras. Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. I have it. Okay, I do have it. Okay. It's a tech demo in the extras. Oh, it is. I do have a mod though that's like a level. Like I have this Escape from. I have Minerva. That's what it's called. It's called Minerva. I apologize. Also, I have whatever Escape from City 17 is. I don't know what the hell that's about. But I have Minerva. What is that? I don't think it's possible to not have a Lost Coast at this point. I apologize then. I thought Lost Coast. I got them confused. I've played Half-Life 2. I know what I'm doing when I'm talking about Half-Life 2. Clearly there are people out there that have played a lot more Half-Life 2 than I have, I guess. I played it on the Xbox 360. That was the first time I played Half-Life 2. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of the dudes who played 360 first, and I played the PC version later. I mean, the PC version's obviously a lot better, but it is interesting to play on the 360. It is an interesting 360. It is interesting to see a game. It is interesting to see a game like Half-Life 2 on the 360, I guess. Or even on the original Xbox. That's another one where it's like, that was the thing at one point. You can believe it. Hold on, let me get the shotgun out here. Let me get the shotty. Let me get the shotty, baby. I haven't played enough of Half-Life. You're right. What am I saying? Half-Life 2 should be like required reading for like high school kids. Oh, come on. Damn it, I need health. What do I have that would... I guess this could work, maybe? Just throw that over there, see what happens. Come on, cat. Clutch this. Ooh, headshot. Instant headshot from the cat. Get the 2004 shotgunners. The 2004 shotgunners. What the hell is that? 2004's shotgunners? Is that a mod, I'm assuming? Here you go. Okay, hold on real quick. I'm just gonna grab this real quick. Come here. Come with me, little flammable boy. Killing the Combine with explosive barrels is just too fun. No, not Winston.
Patch him up and get him to the back as soon as he's stable.
Oh, God, Winston, it's okay. I know you're suffering. I'll put you out of your misery.
You made it.
Oh, wait, what?
We've been getting communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again. Follow me.
I have a mod enabled that's supposed to be let me kill the NPC. What the heck? Oh, I just wasted a bunch of valuable ammo, too.
And I've got Gordon Freeman.
Really underrated Half-Life 2 song.
Her father's been captured.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
I'll make a note of that right now. I'll make a note of Half-Life 2 mods. Okay, one of them is the 2004 shotgun mod. I believe I have the beta mod already, so we're good on that one. 2004 shotgun mod. Okay. Can I kill any of you guys? Wait, I should be able to kill some of you. Hold on now.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Stop. Wait, I want that mod back. I want that is like my that was like my favorite little silly mod that I had. It was the one that shotgunners. Okay, thank you for saying that. Shotgunners. Okay. 2004 shotgunners. I have that mod enabled, right? I have to have the mod that lets me kill the NPCs because I had so many bits lined up using that one. Here's I guess a sneak peek. Not like it matters. Blunt weapons. That's enough. I have yet to get the blunt weapons. Replace cube map weapon. I don't know what the hell that means. The ass crab. That's a good one. That's a good. I don't know why it's red like that right now, but it's good. Where's the one that lets you kill the NPCs? It's probably out the way at the very top, and I just missed it because I'm stupid. I can't find it. Did I remove that mod like an idiot? Like... I feel kind of bad that I'm like kind of spoiling some of the bits that may or may not be coming down the timeline. Damn. Friendly fire. You know what? Wow, dude, you are like really. You're just on your shit, Vortiglog. I do have the friendly fire mod though. I do have it. I wish I could just find it real quickly. I wish there was a way to like just search it. Friendly fire. Is it not listed here for some reason? By the way. It's funny that the friendly fire mod doesn't work in this part of the game. That's so interesting. If that's true. I wonder why that is. The friendly fire mod's weird because like it lets you kind of basically stop the game from happening. Do I not? Dude, I'm actually gonna just back. I'm gonna quit out of the game real quick and check. Put friendly fire and script multi-loader at the top of your mod hierarchy. I will do. I'm so glad. Oh, what's going on here, by the way? What? I can't see the workshop page right now. We are unable to serve your request. Please try again later. What? Oh, what's going on here? This is weird. Is Steam down? Store pages are officially wider. Wait, what? The workshop. Something went wrong. We're unable to service your requests. Whoa. 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 Okay, I don't know why it's not working. That sucks. I'm trying to go to the workshop and look at... Oh, here it comes. I think it's coming. Gee, I don't know why it's loading so long. Put friendly fire mod to get the blunt when you're in your console type. Give weapon cube map. Ah, okay. Thank you. I will do that. I will definitely do that. Give me 1 second though. Hold on. My files. Subscribed items. Subscribed items. Okay, I'm just gonna search it in the workshop, I guess. Friendly. Should be able to type friendly. Yeah, I do have it. Why is it not showing up in that list though? Put the friendly fire multi-loader script multi-loader on the top of your mod hierarchy. Okay. I'm gonna try to do the. I'm gonna try to put that at the top of my mod hierarchy. I don't know what the hell that really even means, but I didn't know there was a hierarchy of mods that needed to happen. But that's okay. I guess that makes sense. It like lets the game know which ones to prioritize over which ones, which other ones. Workshop. So you said I could just, I guess yeah, I could just move it by doing that. Okay, so what was the other one? You said it was called the script multi-loader, which I believe is somewhere down here. This is fun, right? Everyone loves watching a guy go. Here it is, by the way. Here's that. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, that's annoying. Can I just drag it? No. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks, dick. That's fucking lame and annoys the shit out of me. Oh. I love that bit from Smiling Friends where the boss goes, "Fuck, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that?" This is really annoying to move up to prioritize. Hold up. I have to do this again. I'm going to do this one more time with the other one here. By the way, I downloaded this mod because Zesty Jesus is in the picture for it. I don't know why Zesty Jesus is in the picture for it, but I was like, all right, I don't know. I feel like that has the Zesty Jesus seal of approval now, right? So I don't know why the Team Fortress 2 style HAV hands isn't coming up. Also, that's another mod that I believe should also be Frowning Friends. Fuck! Why didn't I think? The Frowning Friends episode was great. That was a good one. Ah, man, I really wish I had. I wish I could be watching the new episodes. They've really cracked down on new episodes just getting on like YouTube for free. I remember like when a new episode would come out, if you Googled it fast enough, like you'd find a bunch of people who just like uploaded it to like some junk YouTube channel. But there's definitely been a crackdown on that as of late. I have to get lucky now and just hope to God that someone uploads it on Twitter first thing in the morning when a new one comes out. Could I pirate it better? Could I be like, could I learn how to pirate stuff better? Probably, but I don't know. All right, we're gonna do this. We're doing this. We're doing this. This is what's going on here. All right, back to Half-Life 2. Back to Half-Life 2. Back to. Oh no! Did it not save? Did it not save? Oh my god! I feel like such a goob. Honestly, who cares? We're just gonna go right. We were like right. Actually, to be honest with you, I think we were literally at the part where we're supposed to play what's it called? The Lost Coast, right? I've only watched like one half of season 1. Yeah, we literally just got to this part. We were literally just right? Is there another part? Hold on now. What's the part before this? Oh, I guess I didn't finish. We don't go to Rainbow Home yet. Did I? I guess not. 1 second. Load. Let's try this one out. Let's try this load. Maybe this is the actual load we need. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I have to fight these dudes again. Whatever. I guess I didn't save. I did not. I do recall not saving. Which is stupid of me, but whatever. I mean, killing these guys isn't gonna be too hard. Shooting the barrels really just throws off the Combine more than anything in the world. I'm gonna pick this up here real quick. Nope, not that. This. I was trying to get through this doorway. No. The newest episode of Smiling Friends looks absolutely nuts though. Where they go to like some like a cabin holiday thing. The Halloween one was also really cool. I saw clips of that. That looked sick as hell. Didn't watch the full thing though, unfortunately. This show's great though. No, there isn't a part before. It's just a cutscene. AK-47 over an AR2. I, as an American, I'd probably just go with an AR, frankly. But personally, that's just I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a big gun nut, but I feel like the AK has a lot of variability with its with its
Patch him up and get him to the back as soon as he's
with its
safe.
parts, I think, right? Don't like aren't AK-47 parts really hard to come by and also really like can somewhat break? Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally making that up. Because isn't the AK-47 like really good at like surviving the elements?
It's Leon.
Toaster
Clear.
Beaujoy.
I've got Gordon Freeman.
Klozonkin. This is a crazy name, by the way,
I've
Toaster.
been on the line with Alex. Our father's been captured.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on AR. I just like I live in America. Having an AR to me just makes more sense than an AK-47. But an AK-47 is definitely the cooler gun of the two. If that makes any sense.
Coast kickoff. This interstitial scene came along late in development to connect Ravenholm to the coast. Noticing a trend? Quite a bit of the connective tissue in our games comes together late. In this case, that meant cutting corners wherever possible. We didn't even have time to animate Alex on the monitor. These kinds of scenes are always a challenge to make interesting, and we didn't succeed with this one. It's a good example of what happens when NPCs are treated like signposts without adding character to them or the scene. The result is a forgettable moment where the game's seams show. But that's the nature of development. You only have so much time, and you have to decide where to spend it. Kleiner's lab and Eli's lab were much more important, so that's where we focused our efforts.
Wow, that's interesting.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right, Toaster. I don't know much about. I don't really know much about guns.
Over
but
here, Dr. Freeman.
I'm right here, dude. Give me a second. But yeah, I think I'd still lean on the AR. But I don't know why. I guess I don't know why I'm picking the AR. Same with a flare gun and an ice axe. I was supposed to get an AK in the early version of Half-Life 2. That's interesting, if that's true. All right, so real quick, this is where Florida Globe, right? This is where we should be doing the Lost Coast right now.
Thank God. I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken
Right?
to Nova
Florida Globe.
Prospect. The border guards tracked the ship that made
This is where we do Lost Coast.
While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect.
Okay.
It used to be a high-security prison. It's something
We'll do Lost Coast
much
then.
worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You want him to take the coast road? He won't last 5 minutes on foot.
You want him to go to Lost Coast? The cool mission, Lost Coast?
I was hoping you still
He'll
had
never
the
survive that.
you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco, bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just put an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect. Bye for now.
Bye, Alex.
I love you. Oh.
Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort. Stay with the car, make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlions.
Oh, whoa. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. It's so... oh, golly. Whoa. Oh, my God. I can't believe we're here at the... we're here at the law... One second. Hold on. We're here at the Lost Coast levels. Whoa. I don't know if my other mods will work during this. I don't think they should, right?
Hi, this is Gabe Newell, and welcome to the Lost Coast. In this tour, we're going to be talking about a new graphics technology we've been developing called High Dynamic Range, or HDR. We'll also be giving you some insight into the design and production challenges we faced during the construction of the Lost Coast. First, a quick explanation of the commentary system. To listen to a commentary node, put your crosshair over the floating commentary symbol.
I don't know. I think I got how that works. Can I swim out here? Oh my God! That would be an awful way to go. Jesus, these little worms kill you. All right, sorry. I just had to do that. I had to see.
With conventional rendering, seen here on the left, if something on the screen is 20% reflective, like the wet sand, then the maximum reflected brightness can only be 20% of the maximum brightness of your monitor. HDR's more accurate simulation of light ensures that the sun's reflection on this wet sand appears as it would in the real world, which could potentially use 100% of the maximum monitor brightness. HDR uses bloom to simulate light that is beyond 100% of a monitor's maximum
so
brightness.
basically, like, hey, here's this technology that everyone hated, by the way. This is like the thing that everyone ended up hating.
The process of building characters in Half-Life 2 taught us many things. By the end, we believed we'd figured out a more effective process for designing and constructing characters. This fisherman is the first character we built using that process.
Did you play Half-Life 2 before?
Design-wise,
No,
the
I've played
fisherman is
Half-Life 2
focused
before,
on
Toaster.
showcasing HDR
I've played it before. I just never
and
played it
the
with
way light
mods
falls on
enabled,
human skin.
like what we're seeing today.
The highlights on his forehead and nose are good examples of specularity on human skin. You can see how the wrinkles on his cheeks and around his eyes are an example of how we can use normal maps to add depth. Production-wise, the fisherman was built using a similar process to the rocks you saw on the beach. We model the 3D character at a very high detail, then extract much of the physical information and store it in the textures.
Hey, you there? Wait a minute now, aren't you? You are. You're that scientist chap, Friedman, Fishman. Am I right?
Yeah.
You must be here to take on the Combine. Not sure what one man can do, but no other reason to visit St. Olga at a time like this. I'll take you to where they made their base, or as far as I
Is there a way to play through like the beta version of Half-Life 2? I think that leaked, right? Oh no, there is. I think Valve released most of that, right? I think Valve gave a lot of that stuff, like in the most recent update where they like let that.
Water presents us with a lot of rendering challenges. In fact, we have to render the scene 3 times. Once for the refraction.
Alright, I don't really care about the rendering if I'm being honest with you. I'm not interested in rendering bullshit crap. That sounds lame. It's for nerds. That's for guys who get no pussy. I'm kidding.
Got the key right here. There we go. Get along now, laddie. Destroy that gun and no doglet.
There are achievements for this? There's no official beta game. Well, but there's like beta like tests. Like there's like beta versions or like tested zones of like earlier levels and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's like levels, like earlier versions or reiterations of levels, right? That exists. There's a way to play the beta with the Half-Life 2 beta mega build. I'm going to leave this. I do want to get a kill with that thing because it looks so cool to get a kill with. But first things first, I want to also explore. Wow, wow, look at all the HDR technology that everyone will love. It's going to be the greatest thing that ever happened to video games. Come on. Oh. What happened to that guy? Whoa. Oh, I got both of them though. Nice. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, I wanted to throw that away. Damn it.
The area you're currently entering is called the Cliffside Arena. We were particularly happy with the vertical cliffside in Half-Life 1 and regretted that we didn't iterate further on that concept in Half-Life 2. Vertical space allows us to force the player to deal with threats from above and below. We find that
I don't know much about the beta either. I really don't know much about the history of Half-Life 2 to like that much of a degree. It's kind of weird. Half-Life 2 is like I guess like the real depths and like nuts and bolts, and also like kind of the Half-Life 2's like development is interesting to look back on, I guess, because there's a lot of lore to it, but in a weird way, there's so much of it that is like kind of hard to understand and grasp because it was essentially like really, really smart people, really, really like high level at the top of their game designer guys getting together and putting together an experience like Half-Life 2. So it's hard to really comprehend, I guess, the magnitude and the importance of Half-Life 2. You know what I mean? It's one of those games that's like so crucial to the history of gaming that like it's almost like impossible to think of gaming without it. Right. Okay. Anyways, back to goof it off with this gun. Oh, we have this. We do. Sick. Oh, it's a shame that we don't get this back though when we go back to the rest of the game. Ow! 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 Oh, jeez, I just took a ton of damage. My God. Is there health back there? Morphine. Yummy. I feel like the AI doesn't really know how to interact with this combat situation because it feels... Oh God, hold on, I just missed both those easy shots. It feels like the AI is having a hard time really getting me in certain moments. Thank God these guys can't aim, right? It is nice to have all the weapons, though. It is kind of nice to have all the weapons available.
One of the features of our HDR solution is dynamic tone mapping. The easiest way to think about dynamic tone mapping
I hate that
is
so
that
much.
it's a method of simulating the way the human eye reacts to light.
I know it's awful, and I hate it. Still perfection to this day. Also, hi, this is Gabe. Oh, it's Gabe Newell. Gabe Newell, why did you make HDR? Why did you make Bloom a thing? Oh, God. Oh, God. Going into a room to... I don't know. I know that it's supposed to simulate what it's like in real life, and to a degree, it's kind of accurate. The problem is, though, I think, is meow, 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 meow. Did you already learn to count to 3? If not, you go back to fucking kindergarten. You're right. You're so right. I think the problem is, though, is that in real life, if I was going through this like small tunnel, I wouldn't get this much bloom in real life. I wouldn't get like this flashbang. You know, this is like a tunnel that's like maybe 11 feet long. You know, and I'm just getting blown away with light. You know what I mean? Ugh. Battlefields. Look at this. It's like now my eyes are just like blown out. I don't know. Yeah, HDR, man. I think it just has to be done right and properly. I just find that so many games don't do it right or properly, and more often than not, I end up turning it off anyways because it like slows my computer and slows my game down.
The courtyard in front of you is a space we call an arena.
You're right.
Arenas are built to hold the player for a period of time and usually contain combat or some other challenge. They often have multiple entry points for enemies, along with a gate of some kind to prevent the player moving on until the challenge has been completed. In this case, the arena is free of enemies until the player solves a puzzle and triggers an alarm. This is a method that allows the player to explore the arena and get a sense of its space before being forced to fight in it. It adds a sense of uneasiness to the player who's expecting to be attacked now that they've reached the goal set for them at the start of the map.
Can I get in there? No.
The break in the action here is also a crucial part of the level's pacing. It allows the player to recover and explore the world a little after being attacked on the way up the cliffside.
The Source engine supports a wide variety of shaders. The refraction shader.
I don't care about the shaders. Chris, I'm sorry. Chris Green, I really don't care. I'm sorry. We're just going to move past the shader one. I like the design ones. God, like this is just, oh, my eyes are just exploding.
We wanted to transition from a bright, wide open space into a tighter, closed one to showcase HDR's dynamic tone mapping. Churches are great dramatic spaces. They're often lit naturally with extremes of darkness and brightness, which makes them a great showcase for HDR. Gothic churches are the sober monochromatic spaces that you've seen in almost every horror movie or game. Byzantine churches, on the other hand, are very colorful and have a large variety of materials. We wanted that color and material variety to show off our HDR reflections.
Yeah, but see how like this just gets so blown out though?
Our games are filled with things we call gates, which are essentially just challenges that the player must overcome to drive the experience forward. We used a puzzle here since the player has been through combat and exploration recently. When we design challenges, we try to ensure that the player's goal and the action required by the player are both fun. It's not hard to create interesting goals for the player, like stopping this machine from shelling the nearby village, but the action required by the player to solve the challenge needs to be fun as well. So instead of something menial, such as hitting an off switch, the player gets to use physics to jam the gun's mechanism and cause it to break.
Oh, I see. Thank you for saying something, game. I would have not gotten that. Oh, there it is. I mean, they've already given the game away for free, right? Hasn't Valve already given Half-Life 2 away for free at this point? Who doesn't even have Half-Life 2? I mean, if you have a computer, I think it comes pretty loaded with Half-Life 2 nowadays. Half-Life 2 really should be like required reading though. I guess it must be like required playing when you like go to game design school. If such a thing really exists like that to that degree. I God, there's all this ammo here. Do I go out of the church now? Oh God! These guys just showed up. Jeez. Damn it! That was a good throw, actually. That was a solid throw. That was like an E3 moment right there. Just Gordon picking that up and being like, nope, no, nope, no thank you. Oh, God. Just flashbang me, game. Just flashbang me. Oh, I'm out of rocket ammo. I shouldn't have used it all in the church. That was stupid of me. That was dumb. It was silly. It was a silly Billy moment. Oh, God. I'm crying. Cries in Gaben. See, a photo of Gabe Newell crying would be kind of crazy to look at, honestly. Like, I would love a photo of Gabe Newell crying. I don't know why. I feel like that would go so hard.
This marks the end of the Lost Coast tour. This has been an experiment on our part to see if our community would find it interesting to learn more about our development process. As always, we're interested in your feedback. I can be reached at gaben, G-A-B-E-N, at valvesoftware.com. If people like this, we'll keep producing this kind of content for all of our games going forward. Thanks for listening.
And they never did it again. And they never did it again. They were like, oh, if you guys liked it, no. Wow. Oh. What if that just killed me? That would be so funny. Do I know why he made the walls blind to the players? I have no idea. Those were like, I don't know. I think because they were really showing off the tech in this, and obviously this wasn't really designed for mass consumption. This was really more designed as a play space, or like it's just a space to like learn more about it. Does this end here? Do I jump off this at the end here? Damn. I was like thinking like I should survive this actually because the water, the physics basically let water do no damage to you if you land on it, right? Let's do that again, I guess. I recall this like ending with like a semi-small cutscene. Am I wrong to think that? I totally miss remembering that because I played through this once. You know what's so funny? Actually, wait, was that thing actually taking damage while Gabe was talking? There's supposed to be a cutscene that happens, right? The real reason why Valve included this was just to give players permanent blindness. You're so right. Yeah. This is exactly what Gabe was like, I hate that you guys can all see good and I can't, so I'm gonna make you all blind now. I won't let you be able to see anything. Look at this skybox, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen the world look like this white. I've never seen the world look this blindingly light. Actually, you know what's funny? I wonder if I disable HDR, if that like makes it looks way better. I think I have it enabled currently. Multi-core rendering, motion blur, classic effects. Do I have that enabled at the moment? I don't know. Let's crank this up, by the way. How are you still up? How are you still up, dude? Come on, go down, go down, go down. There it is. Is there not a cutscene that plays here? I could have sworn there was a cutscene or something that happens. Oh wait, maybe I go. Oh, maybe I go down. Can I do this? Oh, well, maybe I do this. Maybe I do. Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? Inviting my company to Valve. I always think about just inviting myself to another business. Just be like, hey, we're showing up.
Did it, lad. Come on with me to St. Olga. We'll celebrate this victory with a feast. I hope you like leeches. Hey, where you going? You're getting fuzzy around the edges. Well, nice knowing ya.
Oh, man. Okay. And we're gonna go back to the main menu here. That was fun. The Lost Coast. That was a nice little detour. That was a good one. That was a good little detour. I'll probably go through a little bit of Highway 17.
Hello, Dr. Freeman. Car's all ready for you. Hop in and I'll lower you down to the
I don't know if I'll finish Highway 17, but
Buggy model. The Buggy's model went through many iterations before reaching its final version.
This is a modded version, by the way.
We cycled through designs that satisfied both our artistic and physics simulation needs, but then hit an unexpected issue. Many playtesters, even experienced FPS players, were getting motion sick while driving it. Along with some simulation tweaks, we discovered that altering the Buggy model helped. The more the model obscured the world, the worse the motion sickness became. So we began stripping away parts of the model, removing more and more of the body until players stopped feeling sick. In particular, being able to see the ground through the missing undercarriage made a noticeable difference.
Buggy training course. This training section was designed to let the player play around with her buggy. At the time Half-Life 2 was released, this level of physical simulation in the vehicle was novel, so we wanted to give players ample opportunity to experiment with it. A player has also just left the tight confines of Ravenholm, and we liked giving them the contrast and reward of being able to move quickly through a large space, feeling safe inside a vehicle. We made sure to require a turbo jump to get out of this area, which doubled as a test to make sure they'd reached a level of comfort in their driving, and also ensured that they didn't leave their buggy behind.
Oh, whoa. What is this? Is this... Oh. That's cool. I didn't know you can get back up there like that. Is there anything secret here? Oh, I feel like this has got to be a secret thing. There's got to be a secret thing going on here, right? Just leeches. It's just leeches. That was the secret the whole time. Oh god, I feel so silly now. I don't know if I like this FOV actually. I'm gonna go back and change that again because that feels a bit much. That feels like it's a bit much. I don't mind a 90 maybe FOV here, but we don't need all that. We don't need all that. Is there a game room? I don't think there's a secret room. Like, I don't think Half-Life 1 has a secret room, does it? Does that exist? I don't know. I've never really... Valve's not really big into putting a lot of crazy Easter eggs in their game. I feel like more often than not now they're cool with it, but older Valve games don't really have that a whole lot. I want to hear that commentary node.
Buggy physics. The physics for a buggy took a lot of trial and error. We wanted it to feel fast, even though its top speed was only about 35 miles an hour. So we had to do some cheating to make it work. We added extra vertical force to the turbo jump and a bit of kick to the rear when using the handbrake to power slide. Without those, the low speed meant the buggy just wasn't fun to drive. On top of that, the world was full of unpredictable physics system-driven chaos. Players were bound to drive the buggy into all kinds of collisions, so we had to make sure that they could always get out. This took a lot of experimenting and playtesting. In the end, we settled on a pretty goofy, unrealistic simulation that made the buggy more forgiving and harder to flip. Its center of gravity is super low, and the wheels, while they look like they turn a lot, actually don't. It was our first attempt at a physically simulated vehicle, and we learned a ton from it. Thanks to that, we were able to make the muscle car in Episode 2 much easier to drive.
I want to hear these nodes. I have to get out of the car though and like get the groceries real quick to do it.
Transition tunnels.
Yeah.
Building the
All right, I have an idea what a transition tunnel. I don't really need a note on that. There's like a Gabe room where it's just Gabe's skin, his like dead carcass, just like stretched out like a Leatherface kind of thing. What do you have to say, Kat?
Buggy sound engine. The audio for the buggy was challenging because we wanted it to feel like a really powerful vehicle that's driving along at super high speed, even though the maps aren't really big enough to support that. And the buggy doesn't really leave first gear, and it has a top speed of maybe 35 miles an hour. Now, in our defense, 35 miles an hour is still pretty fast, especially back in 2004. In addition to the speed, the driving inputs are really simple. So with a keyboard as your target input device, the player's controls are basically binary. So the buggy's either accelerating or not accelerating, it's turning fully in one direction or not. So essentially, we need to create all this audio complexity to represent a simulation where the complexity doesn't actually exist. So we build a fake engine for the buggy's audio. It's got its own transmission, and we combine the player's inputs with data from the physics simulation. We measure the torque on each simulated wheel, whether it's spinning or making contact, and we create a set of looping sounds and then carefully blend between them as the fake engine shifts gears in response to the wheel data. And we just basically kept trying different things. We added more complexity, we did some fine-tuning until the buggy just feels more fun and sort of rewards you for that feeling of going fast. And most players, you know, they don't really comment on it other than saying the buggy sounds good, and to us that's the success, given the amount of craziness that was going on under the hood.
That's interesting. This is actually one of the cooler moments of the game.
We wanted a wide open section of the game for the buggy, but we still needed a way to constrain the player's movement. Choosing a coastline gave us a natural boundary along one side of the map while still feeling open and expansive.
Grenade House. A lot of a Half-Life game is about giving players slightly novel combat experiences around each corner, even if they're just small tweaks on previous ones. They don't all have to be skill-based challenges. Sometimes they can just be fun moments where the player gets to enjoy themselves. This Grenade House is one of those moments, with the twist being that we've inverted the usual setup. Instead of letting the player drop grenades on enemies below, we've put the enemies above. The unlimited grenade box is a somewhat clumsy way to encourage players to engage with the scenario, but its invulnerability also ensures the players can still climb up to the floor above, even if they've blown up everything else.
They clearly want you to throw a grenade up into the chimney. How do I get up there, though? I hear one, clearly, like, that's in that room. Did I get it there? Is it dead? Yeah, it's dead. Honestly, I would even argue this is, like, probably my favorite level in the game as I've gotten older, is the Lost Coast, or the Highway 17. Just because, like, you really get, like, the chance to just go at your own pace. It's kind of fun. Gordon was supposed to eat the Tau cannon through the lighthouse defend point. However, the playtesters found it heavily unrealistic, so we had to remove that scene. Players, we had to remove a lot of this stuff because players got too horny playing this game. Players got way too horned up at this section of the game where Gordon takes his glasses off, and we had to remove that. We're also to get an AR rating. Gabe was really insistent, though, on Gordon taking his glasses off, and then his shirt, but,
Antlion design. In
buggy sound design.
I don't really care about these two. I'm not crazy about either of those. This is actually another G-Man sighting here.
Buggy Bird. In one memorable coast playtest, a player returned to their vehicle after exploring a house and happened to see a bird flying past. They yelled at the bird, telling it to stay away from their buggy, complaining that birds often foul up their cars in real life. In our post-playtest discussion, we realized that this was the first time we'd had objects separate from the player that the player actually cared about. We saw it as an opportunity to explore, so we built a system to deliver the moment that playtesters feared. When the player leaves their buggy alone for a while and is out of sight, we spawn a seagull at a random location on the vehicle frame. As time goes on, the seagull spawns poop decals on the car body beneath it, and continues until the player returns, at which point it flies away. Naturally, playtesters wanted to be able to clean their vehicle, so we added the ability to wash the car by driving it into shallow water. It was late enough in development that we already had the tech for all of this, so the feature was quick to implement. It's one of those cases where we know only a small percentage of players will discover it. But if we can implement these kind of details efficiently and have enough of them, most players will encounter at least one.
Huh. That's kind of cool, actually. I do remember that. Let's see the G-Man real quick. I think I might have missed it here. Nope, there he is. There's G-Man. There he is. Actually, wait, why does G-Man look like... Wait a minute. Hold on now. What? Why has G-Man got like a weird hairline? What's going on there? Saul Goodman sighting? Is that Saul Goodman there? I love the cat. I do love seeing the cats always as the SMG. What the fuck? Did I install a Saul Goodman mod? I guess so. This is the result of the experiment with that cat.
Open world loot. The openness of Coast introduced a new problem for us.
That was the weirdest fight I've ever had in this game.
In a Half-Life game, we typically reward players for exploring. If you see the way forward but notice something off to the side, there's probably something useful if you take the time to search. When we first started playtesting our coast maps, we tucked rewards away in the corners of the outdoor areas. However, this led to a worse experience with the buggy. The wide open spaces meant there were always lots of small areas that looked like they might contain something, and players kept stopping and getting out of the buggy to search. It became tedious and interrupted the fun of the level. So, we removed those scattered rewards, but this raised a new problem. How do we tell the player when it's worth getting out of the buggy? After some thought, we established a rule. Any kind of human construction would always come with gameplay content and exploration rewards, while purely natural areas would be left empty. We couldn't tell players this directly, but it aligned well with their natural assumptions, and we reinforced it consistently with areas like this.
Oh my god, is my buggy fucked?
Boathouse. In Half-Life 1, we discovered we could get a lot of value from scenarios where different AI enemies fight each other. It's fun for players to watch them engage, and it's much easier to observe enemy behavior when you're not the one that's being threatened. This first encounter between antlions and Combine soldiers is designed to be a fun opportunity to ram something with the buggy, but it also serves to highlight the thumper. By seeing the soldiers use the thumper to hold off antlions, we hope more players would come to understand its purpose. We liked how the soldiers demonstrated the value of staying near the thumper while engaging with the antlions.
It is weird the amount of like weird opportunities that this level gives the player to like see random shit like that. That was always a weird part of this level to me. It was like the little corners that almost beckon you to check them out, but you can't access. I'm gonna get on the pier real quick. I'm gonna soak it all in. I'm gonna soak in the vibes. Half-Life 2 really still is just a cool game to look at. Here's another truly true fact. So Half-Life 2 was going to have fishing at the coast section, but we decided to put that idea in a DLC. So we made Lost Coast, but we kind of forgot about adding the fishing component. I don't know if that would have worked. I think fishing in a Half-Life game would not have really worked a whole lot. My freaking thing isn't working when we kill these guys.
Get in the basement. We're expecting gunships at any moment.
You're expecting these nuts any moment.
Glad to see you made it.
I really wanted to kill this guy too. I really wanted to shoot this guy in the face so badly.
Steerable rocket launcher.
Good. Good, actually. Could you imagine?
Rocket launcher is our best for taking down a ship. I'll be right with you now.
Laser-guided RPG. The laser guidance feature of the RPG was a huge headache for us because it was difficult to teach. Many playtesters would fire the RPG and then immediately duck behind cover, which meant they didn't see the rocket's flight path. Even worse, they didn't realize the rocket was now...
You killed John Newell.
We tried various HUD elements and laser gun indicators.
Hold on, I'm about a...
This steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship.
Okay, alright, okay.
Steerable rocket launcher is our best bet for taking down a gunship.
Everyone holding their cat really angrily.
I'll be right with you. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Using the laser guide, you can steer your rocket past the gunship's defenses and prevent it from shooting down your rocket.
Shooting down your rocket.
Anger it at first, but if you can survive long enough to make several direct hits, you'll be rewarded with a prize worthy of any mantelpiece. Now, who's going to be the lucky one to carry it into combat? Ah, yes, Gordon Freeman. I couldn't have asked for a finer volunteer.
What a volunteer! Oh, Bobby, man, give me that.
Odessa Cubbage at your service.
Odessa Cubbage. Odessa Cubbage is an example of the kind of cameo character we found works well. He's an entertaining guy with some entertaining details, living inside his own little bubble. Since he doesn't leave his scenario, he's free to be exaggerated enough to stand out. We started with his model, which was repurposed from a cut section of the game, and named him after the title of a spam email we received. The model was originally a Norwegian fisherman, and it didn't quite fit as an Englishman, so we slapped a mustache on him, and in that moment, Odessa's character was born. He's ultimately a charlatan, with everything about him being fake. His accent, his mustache, everything. He would never put himself in danger, making him the perfect person to hand Gordon the RPG and explain exactly how to use it.
Really? That is actually kind of an interesting character archetype that they created. I didn't really pick up on the. I didn't really pick up on calling him a charlatan though. I don't think I felt that way when I first played Half-Life 2. I think he's like a charlatan.
That's that. I gather you've disposed of that gunship, Dr. Freeman. Your reputation, sir, is well deserved. I shall have someone open the gate for you immediately so that you can drive on.
I do see what he means by the jacket now, though.
Use extreme caution when approaching the bridge. Radio silence from that outpost leads me to believe it has come under Combine control. Still, you're clearly the right man for the job. You'll make it through if anyone can. Farewell. Please tell Dr. Vance that Colonel Cubbage regrets not having been able to rescue him in person.
The Freeman must now hurry on. The Eli Vance is held in distress.
Drive safely.
I'm probably going to finish up this level and then call it a day for the stream. I will try to pick up this stream again later in the week. We'll do the, I think we have probably 2 more streams left with Half-Life 2. Let me think. I'm trying to think. We have Nova Prospect. Then we have City 17. Then we have the Citadel. Am I missing another one? I'm trying to think of other ones that I might be not thinking about. I won't be doing the episodes. But I do need to think of another game to stream. Part of me, I guess I'm trying to think of like another game to stream after Half-Life 2. Oh god! I don't know. Honestly, I'd love to replay through Prey. Prey is actually one of those games that I really would love to play again.
D2 Coast 04. This map was actually the first area of coast that we built, before the crane and other elements existed. The drained seabed and rested ships were some of the earliest pieces of art direction we developed. Years later, we showcased the map in our 2003 E3 demonstration, though much of the gameplay was still being figured out at the time. As a result, when we began building out the entire coast section, that demonstration became a useful vision for us to work toward.
This pistol, what? I put a whole magazine into these guys. Jesus Christ. I don't have the crossbow yet. The crossbow would be very helpful if I had it.
Crane. The crane took a lot of fine-tuning to get right. Something that needed to generate so much physical force was always risky, given the limitations of our rigid body physics and destruction technology. For example,
Half-Life 4 tomorrow, I have no
fully meet
hands.
player expectations for something with that much math. But because the crane was stationary, we could carefully choose everything within its range and fine-tune as needed. Fortunately, most players didn't seem to notice its rougher edges, likely because of the sheer novelty of interacting with something like it in a vaguely realistic physics environment.
How do I get this to go down? Shoot, wait, how do I get this to go down again? How do I get the crane to go... Like, how do I angle the crane downward is what I'm asking. Oh, here we go. Ah! I love getting kills with the crane. Half-Life 17 today. God, it would be so cool if like Valve made Half-Life 3 and they were just like, yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of microtransactions. What is happening? Uh-oh. The box is having a really hard time with this. The crane's not liking that. That bridge got absolutely walloped. Can I get the buggy? I think unfortunately I need to probably get out and move the buggy for me to get it. Just breaking my shins, no big deal. Gordon Freeman over here just snapping his ankles for the love of the game. No. Damn it. Here we go. Was Gordon to work at a shipping company? I've got to mention Gordon is CDL certified to some degree. He worked at Black Mesa. I imagine there's probably some forklift action going on there in his day-to-day before the Resonance Cascade event.
We wanted the buggy to be more than just a means of travel, so we decided to attach a gun to it. We chose the Tower Cannon, a Half-Life 1 weapon we liked but hadn't found a place for it in Half-Life 2. The Tower Cannon can shoot through walls, which makes it tricky for level design, so we limited it to the coast section. Once you introduce wall-penetrating weapons, level design becomes much tougher. Furthermore, we mounted an ammunition crate on the back of the buggy, giving the player unlimited SMG ammo throughout coast. This was especially helpful for playtesters who struggled with the infinite antlions spawning from the sand.
Nicely done. I'm getting kind of hungry, actually. I do kind of want to start dinner soon-ish. Let me just grab this real quick. I didn't know the Tau cannon can shoot through walls, by the way. That's new to me. That's news to me. I wonder if I killed anyone doing that just now. I really gotta stop throwing explosive grenades like that, or explosive barrels. They're so strong. I don't remember the explosive barrels having that many, Oh, that's right. Hold on. You are right. Hold on. We should do cube map. Actually, I'd probably have developer's commentary or developer whatever disabled. 1 second. We should though do some cube map moment here. Reverse mouse filter, raw input. Come on. Where's the? Did I change the setting for that actually? Gameplay, easy, difficulty, keyboard. Toggle developer console. Did I not press that button correctly? It's not doing it. It is not doing it. It is not doing the developer console. Why it is not doing? I'm pushing the button for the developer console, but it is not. It is not allowing that to appear. It is very Keyboard in advance. Thank God you're here. Thank God. I would have been so lost. What do I need to type in here? Weapon cube map. Weapon. If I can spell weapon right. Cube. Cube map, one word it is. I forgot about the weapon cube map. Where is that at? Where's the... Did it work? Did I do it right? Oh, I did. Duh, you're right. Duh. Give weapon cube map. One cube map. Thank God you're here. Oh, pull that back up. Pull it back up. Pull it back up. Where's that? Oh, come on. No, I just had it. I just had it. How do I pull it back up again? I didn't mean to swap off of it. Give it to me again. Give me weed. Give weed. Weapon. Cube map. Here we go. Try this again. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. How do I reset it? It's not doing it. It's not doing it. 1 second. Now I want the weed. Give weapon underscore cube map. Underscore cube map. It's not doing it. Oh my God. It takes the pulse rifle slot? Here it is, right? This is not the... Oh my gosh. That's so cringe. I'm such a goober. Hold on. Can we load this? Just load this. I really, yeah. I'm willing to sacrifice it all. Give weapon underscore cube map. Yeah, dude, let's go. Ooh, damn. That's some good spliffy, baby. Ooh. Yeah, baby. Needed that after a long day. Ooh, I don't even feel those bullets. Hey, shut up. Fucking bastard, come here. The weed is what killed me. That's crazy. Oh, interesting. It's the pulse rifle. The pulse rifle's probably overriding it or something. What it sounds like. 1 second. We're gonna put this back on again. Put this. Put that there. Yeah, vital signs are really critical right now. We are pretty close to death. Hopefully there's a bunch of health in here. There is. Pretty sick. Pretty based. I love my floppy little crowbar. Create NPC Linsasaur? I'm going to consult my agent on this one. Vorglog, is that actually a thing? Whatever the hell he just typed, whatever Gaben just typed in, the developer, into the chat. Is that a thing? I don't know what that... Linsasaur? Linsasaur? That sounds like a Pokemon. That sounds like a Pokemon there, son. Oh, I missed. Oh, no, I didn't miss it. There we go. Instead of NPC, okay, so hold on. You want me to type in ENT create? Is this gonna like show my credit card information? Create and then entity create. And I'm assuming, do I type in entity create NPC Lynchosaur? NPC missile defense? I'm going to do the other one. NTC missile defense. I don't know what the hell that is. NPC underscore missile defense? Missile defense. This is where everyone gets to see how slow I am at typing. Attempt to create an unknown entity missile defense. Did I misspell missile defense? Maybe? I probably did. I absolutely did. Hold on. I wish I could recall and be like, hey, I just totally messed that up. I totally just cheesed that. 1 second. Entity. I totally misspelled missile, by the way. Don't comment. Do not comment. Don't no one say that in the chat. No one bring that up. We're gonna edit that out in post. Entity create, and then NPC. Oh my gosh. NPC missile defense. What did it just make? I don't even know what that is. It just made nothing. It just made a gloop. I don't know. Alright. I don't know if I have the mod for that or something. Oh, did I just... Oh, damn it. I keep forgetting that... Oh my god, I deserve that. What was supposed to show up? The missile defense. It's an NPC from the beta. Oh, I just don't have... I don't have that maybe installed, I guess. Oh my god. I have to fucking fix this stupid... I heard it's playing music now. It's like trying to hype me up to fix where the cart's at. Breaking my ankles on the sand here. I hate when that happens. Okay, there. I will summon the Linthosaur thing because I am curious what the hell that is. However, let me finish this first. This is driving me nuts. This is pissing me off. This is pissing me the hell off. Oh, that hurt. That's like getting hit in the nuts. Oh god. Come here, little buggy. Over here, little buggy. Get over here. Get into the playpen where you belong. Nice. Okay. 1 second. Hold on. Let me kill these guys in this warehouse next, and then we'll do the Linthosaur thing. Give me a Lynchosaur, or whatever the hell the thing's called. We gotta look at this real quick, though. Can I shoot this? It just doesn't have... It's just not in the game. Yeah, I just don't have the model for it, I guess. God, this banana pistol is so useless at these later points of the game where the Combine is just... Like, what? Good throw. Okay, we did the thing. So you want me to do entity create again. Entity create. And then, what is it again? Wing, banana phone. You're so right. You're so right about that. This will be the last one I summon here, by the way. Where is, how do you spell this again? NPC Linthosaur? I'm going to copy and paste this, actually. Control-C. I don't know if I did this right. Entity create. Uh-oh. The game's freaking out. The game's like, stop it. Oh, there it is. I mean, he's cute. He's a cute little guy. Did I just block the entrance for the thing here? The buggy? Oh. The game is just like, you hit the Linthosaur with the car, crash. Oh no, they do that whole crane section over again, don't I? Oh, why would you do that to me? God, you actually got me. If that was actually you actually got me with that goof pretty good. If you genuinely meant to do that goof on me, you got my ass. You sniped me. You know what? You know what this calls for? What this calls for, real quick. 1 second before we. You know what I could use right now. Really, actually, I'll do it later. Let me do my bit. Let me get this done with first before I do my bit. Oh God! I think that's good. I think the crane should be able to reach it right here. Right. Yeah, that looks good. That looks fine. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I see the light of God coming towards Gordon right now. It's real. It's coming for him. All roads lead to Lithosaur. Am I even pronouncing that right? Why is this not coming down? Oh, I'm probably doing it the wrong way. Alright, here we go again. Third time's the charm. I'm doing this one. Killed that one guy right there. I don't know if I killed anyone there actually just now. Hold on. Oh, I didn't get the thing down. Silly me. There we go. Okay. Alright. The bridge. Here we go. Bridge again. Give weapon Alex. I don't think I have that mod enabled, Gabe, and I'm pretty sure I don't. I'm gonna avoid doing that for the time being for the rest of the stream, if you don't mind, so that way I don't crash the game again. I do have to get through this. I do have to get through this level soon, so that way I can get started on making dinner here. Because I am pretty damn hungry. Pretty hungry. Pardon me, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, pardon me. Pardon me, sir. I have to go through this window. That was very anticlimactic. I apologize. Oh my god, no! Do not make me do the crane section. I cannot believe I fucked up the jump on that. Okay. God. That's kind of annoying that it makes you fail that if you do that. Frankly, though, it's preferred, I guess. I do not want to do the crane section again.
Opportunistic moments. Some memorable moments in the game come from the interactions of multiple game systems, but sometimes we realize these moments are likely to happen only rarely. When that's the case, we often wish more players would experience them. There's a tension here. The more we know players will encounter something, the more effort we can put into it. But if it feels too artificial, the moment can come across as forced, and players may not respond as positively. The gunship cinematic death is an example where we nudge things a bit, trying to increase the chances of a memorable moment without being too obvious. The design of this area and the gunship's flight path make it likely that the player and the gunship are in the right spots when it dies. If they are, we trigger the gunship's crash into the cars. If not, it dies in the usual way. It's totally gaming, but playtesters didn't seem to mind when the moment played out well.
Oh, man, this guy's really getting me. I don't recall him being able to shoot this down this easily on other difficulties. Wow, he's like turning around and everything too. I can't believe he's landing these. Oh, how many more of these do you need, my guy? Come on. Cool. Glad we got that over with. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. That's supposed to be the fish from Half-Life 1, right? Isn't that with the... It's like that monster you fight in Half-Life 1 in that water section, I believe, right? Unless it's like something else entirely. Unless it's like some... Unless that's supposed to be Gabe after... Gabe Newell after getting out of the shower or something. I don't know. Is that the joke you're going for? Or are you actually being genuinely serious about that? It's the evil fish? Yeah, okay. Alright. I thought you were trying to set yourself up for like another big joke or something. At times like these, I get depressed and I think of blah, blah, blah. Oh, what does this thing say? I want to hear what this cat has to say.
Roller mines. Roller mines were created to fill the need for an enemy that could threaten players while driving the buggy. Since the player in the buggy was essentially a fully physically simulated entity, we thought it would be interesting to also have a physically simulated enemy. The manhack had already shown us how this approach could lead to an enemy with lots of interesting interactions with the world. So we built the roller mine, a ball whose movement is entirely driven by generating torque on itself, and iterated on its behavior until it was fun to drive against. Roller mines aren't particularly dangerous to the buggy, but if you let them stack up, they can become a problem, especially near a cliffside. We also made sure they worked well when the player's on foot, allowing level designers to get a few extra encounters out of them.
I like these combat sections where you just kind of get to go hog wild in the Combine.
Ambush. One of the general challenges of a Half-Life style FPS is that the player is constantly moving forward into spaces they don't know. This means that when they find themselves in combat, they're in unfamiliar areas with no knowledge of how to approach the fight. We use many different methods to help the player with this problem, and this ambush is one example. Upon arrival, the player fights a group of Combine among these houses. During the fight and the exploration afterward, the player has the chance to learn the arena layout. Then, when the player explores up into this attic, we spawn a second wave of Combine. In that second fight, the player now has the advantage of knowing the layout, allowing them to make more tactical decisions in defending against the ambushers.
If you say so, game. Yeah, give me all this. Give me all this. Give me all this juice. Yeah, like, watching that thing crash the game when I drove over was pretty comedically funny, I have to admit. I guess I can kind of understand why it happens, because, like, I imagine the game's trying to render, like, a physics thing, but there's no line of code that exists that gives it physics or something. Like, I imagine what's happening is the game's, like, freaking out because it's like, okay, you just crashed, you collided into this, like, fish thing. Do the line of code that then expresses its physics capabilities, and I don't think there exists a line of code that does that. So that's probably why it crashes the game, if I had to guess. I don't know. I don't know why it crashed the game either. Actually, that'd be interesting to see.
Crossbow. This is the player's first opportunity to get the crossbow in the game, and looking back, it's somewhat surprising we didn't gate it. It's entirely possible for the player to drive right past it. To make that less likely, we set up the roadblock and vantage point to encourage players to get out of the buggy, at which point they'd spot the crossbow and item crate. Playtesting showed that almost every player stopped and collected the weapon, but this is a case where the difference between playtesting and real play might matter. A playtester who's been playing since the start of Coast may not be as fatigued with exploration as someone who's been playing from the very beginning of the game. So, we placed another crossbow a few levels ahead, directly on the player's path in Nova Prospect.
Alright, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna get to that train section that's coming up. Like, we have to, like, go, like, you have to jump kind of near a train or wherever, that bridge that exists. I'm gonna get to that bridge section and then stop the stream. And I'll pick it back up, like, a later day this week. So the stream will be coming to an end kind of soon-ish. I appreciate, though, if you've been sitting here and watching me play through this. It's been a lot of fun. It's been pretty funny. Hope it's been pretty entertaining. I think it's been kind of good, but as I mentioned before, if you have other mods suggestions you'd like to make, I would ask that maybe if you could, like, type it in the chat of the stream after the stream uploads. Like, leave it, like, as a chat, like, you know, a comment or something. If you have, like, other mod suggestions you'd like to make, it would make it easier for me to just pull those up later. I have one more bullet for this revolver. Oh my god, I missed it. Oh my gosh. Where's my... Get that out here. Alright. Good, good, good. I feel like a crossbow would have been easier to do on that, but whatever. It's fine. What does this little cat have to say?
Gas station. We had grand plans for this encounter. We envisioned building a gas station that the player would fight around, likely igniting the gas tanks and setting fire to everything. We imagined the player driving away from a raging fire, but budget and performance were harsh constraints in 2003, and the station had to keep getting smaller and simpler to fit into Coast's large levels. Our plans for a dynamic fire system didn't materialize, and building it no longer made sense. There's always a limit to how much work we can justify for a single encounter. In the end, the only remnants of our original vision are the explosive gas tanks.
It is, honestly, those are kind of, it's based on a real picture of me. I knew you'd pull that back out there, Gavin. I knew you'd come back and finagle a little joke in there. I always, those developer commentators are fairly interesting where they straight up to admit to, like, not getting something to be perfect, not getting something to be, like, an ideal endpoint of what they originally envisioned. It's interesting the amount of those that you come across, though, throughout this playthrough. There's been at least, like, 2 or 3 of them that have shown up. Alright, this is probably going to end the stream up here in this little section, so... Ooh, what does that cat have to say, though? What does that cat have to say? Let me see what that cat has to say. Give me that cat.
Area portals. One performance challenge we faced in Coast was handling wide open spaces that included buildings with highly detailed interiors, or at least they were detailed by 2003 standards. When the player was outside, we wanted to allocate as much of our budget as possible to rendering that space, without losing resources to the building interiors. But unless we were willing to board up every window and door, the player could still see inside. To solve this, we created a feature called area portals, placing one in every open window and door. An area portal pre-computes a flat image of the building's interior, and during play, when the player is some distance away, the area portal displays this pre-computed image over the window or door, allowing us to skip rendering the actual interior. As the player approaches, we smoothly crossfade between the area portal's image and the building's actual contents. With careful use, area portals helped us to meet our performance goals on Coast, along with the occasional door that closed itself behind.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
Detail objects. Once we had outdoor sections running, it was clear they needed some form of high-frequency detail. So we added small foliage elements, like grass and shrubs, across the displacement terrain. But we knew we couldn't afford, which is to say we didn't have the time, to hand-place them all. So we built the Detail Object System, which generates small foliage elements automatically based on the displacement material. Each material specifies the type of foliage to place, along with a set of parameters. At map compile time, the system calculates random points on the surface and selects foliage to place there. Given performance constraints, there was still a fairly complex hand-authoring process for foliage texture sheets, allowing us to render all of them in a single pass.
I didn't hear a word he just said. What about foliage? It's a little focused on that fight there. Alright, everyone. I'm going to have to wrap up the stream right here, but that's it for the day. I appreciate you tuning in. Like I said before, if you had other mod suggestions that you'd like to make, I'd ask that you just do that. If you can comment that in the comment of the stream. I will get back to this stream, I think, maybe later this week, probably midway through this week. Tomorrow, I really should probably get started on making that next TF2 video, or like another video that... I don't know, like another video type. Leaning on making that a TF2 video, but I'm not 100% sure just yet. Or I might just get back to just finishing this up or whatever. This might be like a week where I just stream a lot, maybe. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. Whatever. It's all good. Appreciate you watching though. I'm gonna call it a day here, like I said, and.